Hello, crypto world. Welcome to the Chart Historian. My name is Justin, and on this channel, I delve deep into crypto charts, exploring chart structures, fractals, and patterns. Folks, this is the XRP dominance chart. I have discovered or stumbled on something that I believe is a game changer, at least for me. The XRP dominance chart is a measure of how much of the entire crypto market is invested into XRP. It's measured as a percentage. Right now, it's around 5 point something percent. For those of you who've been following my channel, you know that I've kind of been on the fence on whether or not the XRP bull run has come to its peak already. And the reason why I even think that way is there's an argument from a structural point of view saying that we have potentially reached the peak of today's bull run. Now, I have a hard time, or at least I have had a hard time, with that concept of it just kind of getting above the previous all-time high and then that's it. Well, I believe I have found something in the XRP dominance chart that helps clear up the situation, and it is my belief that this is probably one of the best fractals that points to further upward movement. So this structure, this chart, has a repetitive structure to it. We see how it moves up drastically. This is in 2014. It kind of peaks out in 2015. It then goes into this long, protracted decline. I take this decline and I break it up into 9 different boxes. It then repeats all over again. It shoots back up, and through a series of structures, it slowly kind of winds its way back down to a low. Well, if you were to take this structure and match it to today's timing height and depth, you would get this blue line. For instance, structure 4, in this structure, price moves up. It has this kind of shelf right here or pullback, and then it goes to a peak. We see the same thing that takes place over here in the original structure. So price moves up, or the dominance moves up, it pulls back, has that little shelf, and then moves up to a peak. It then declines. We see the same decline in this structure over here. Well, the timing, the height, and the depth is very different from the original structure, but that is what can happen, and that is what does happen whenever a fractal repeats. So the basic idea repeats, which we see in this fourth structure, but the timing, the height, and the depth, all that is different. So that blue line that you see is essentially this decline matched to the timing, height, and depth on this part of the chart. Well, if we were to copy this structure over here, this move up, and I've done it in the past and it hasn't quite matched, but on today's chart, man, it's looking pretty nice. So this is that same structure. Let's zoom in and get a better look at this. Okay, so I was previously on a 3-day candle. I'm now on a 3-hour candle. As you can see, it is following the basic idea. Sure, there's some differences here and there, but the overall idea is being repeated. Folks, this is great news, at least for me. It's taken me from being on the fence to leaning more bullish. Now, the way this is playing out is not an exact match, and we should expect some deviations here and there, or it's actually just really deviations in timing, height, and depth. It does the basic idea, so it pulls back. Well, after it moves up, it pulls back, and then it has this wave in the fractal, which would be this wave on the chart. It has another wave in the fractal. We see it on the chart as well. It then moves up to a peak and then kind of winds its way down, moves back up into this wave that we see on the fractal and on the chart. However, on the chart, the timing played out much larger than it did on the fractal. It eventually moves up into this wave. So it's my belief that we are potentially at this point. Now, I could be wrong. It could maybe be playing out like this. However, this move up is just really large, and I think it makes more sense that it's potentially like this. Now, this could pull back here. A lot of times these flat things are not really flat in real life. They're more pullbacks. So we could see something like that, or it could potentially just kind of go at an angle like this. Eventually, it should start moving up. In fact, maybe that was already kind of this part right here. I don't know. We'll have to see how this develops. But big picture, I believe this points to a nice move up. Now, there's something to know about this unrealized part of the structure. The timing, height, and depth may not play out like this. So it could be higher, it could be lower, it could take longer to play out, it could take shorter to play out. We don't know those things. But what we can assume is that the basic structure will continue to play out. Now, sure, it could deviate. There could be something that gets printed that makes us say, well, I don't know if it's going to play out. But as of now, there's nothing like that on this chart. It's following it pretty nicely. And until something gets printed that would say otherwise, I assume that this is going to continue to play out. So, folks, to me, this is probably one of the best fractals out there. It's funny that the XRP dominance has the best fractal pointing to what XRP, the XRP USD chart, is doing. Historically, it's gone between, on these moves up before it kind of starts the winding down part, it's gone up to like 20, 30%. So it can shoot quite high. I don't know if it'll do that this time. We'll have to see. But I just wanted to make a video showing you this, that this is, in my mind at least, a bit of a game changer. It gives me hope that we are probably just around the corner, potentially, of XRP waking up and coming to life and moving up. Well, I hope you are having a great day. Thank you for watching this video. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. If you did find this video helpful, it'd be much appreciated if you hit that thumbs up button. And if you're not yet a subscriber, I recommend hitting that subscribe button. I'll continue to follow up on this chart as it continues to develop. And for those of you who would like more updates from me, I have a Patreon. It's actually a Discord. It's connected to my Patreon. I'm very active there. It's a $5 a month subscription. You're welcome to join. I'll put a link to my Patreon in the description of this video. I'm so glad you caught this video. I hope you catch my next one. Have a great day, and bye for now.